Well done, madam, for confronting Alex as ski jumping there.
See, I'd get angry, but I wouldn't say anything. I'd keep it inside, which is bad for you, apparently.
It's very British.
Yeah.
The vote is now closed, so please do not text, because you will still be charged and your vote won't count.
Yeah, you know, you did say very British on the manners front. Now, you've written a whole book about this, P's and Q's. It's very sad that it's come to this, isn't it, Sandy?
Well, I don't want to be the person who thinks that the world's gone to hell in a handcart. I don't think that at all. What I think is that manners change all the time and they evolve, and so we have new manners about when I was a child, you didn't eat with your fingers, and now lots of food is eaten with the fingers, so things do change. But I did think it was maybe time to have a little look at why we do things and what the reasoning is, because you know, that some of the earliest writings of all time is about manners. Confucius wrote about table manners. The Egyptians wrote about table manners. So I thought it was a good time to have a look. And I actually was starting to have a wonderful 8-year-old friend of mine called Mary, and I told her to take her elbows off the table, and she said, why? And I thought, I better find out why, rather than just saying it.
Just say yes.
Rather than just saying it. Yeah. So I think, but it's interesting, things haven't changed very much. You know, this thing about people spitting in the street, it's not, people don't like it. Mostly, we don't like other people's moistness. That's the truth of it, isn't it? We just really, we don't, do we? We don't care of all kinds. I'm not going to go through the list, but it's quite long. So, for example, if I was to serve soup to us all, it'd be very nice. I make good soup, and I had bought a brand new, in its packaging, lavatory brush. You still wouldn't want me to stir the soup with the lavatory brush, would you? Even though it was brand new.
It's just the idea,
because you don't want to think about the chain of motion that the soup sets going. That's really what you don't want to be thinking about. So I enjoyed it. It's kind of a sort of a history of manners. And
yeah, it's beautifully structured as well. It's very easy to follow. If you're in a situation...
Well, Matt was saying earlier on in the makeup room, he said, it's really brilliant, Al, because you can check what situation you're going to be in, and then you can look in the book and see how you should behave. And he's quite right, actually. But there's a big chapter in here on Twitter and social media, and that's the problem, isn't it? Because they're all quite new things, people don't quite know where the line is as far as manners are concerned with Twitter and Facebook. And
well, it's kind of the Wild West of manners at the moment, because it's still evolving, and there has been some appalling bad manners. Now, I'm fogyish enough. I like all... I'm a geek about computers. I love all the things. I think the easiest way to get rid of trolling and all these things they talk about, the bad behaviour on Twitter, is to stop people being allowed to comment anonymously. It's really simple. Say exactly what you like, freedom of speech, I don't care, but say it as yourself.
Yeah.
Don't hide behind some name that isn't your own. Be brave, stand up and say, I think we should do this terrible thing, then fine, we all know who said it. So I think, but that's coming, I think it will change, and we shouldn't be the ones who just go, ooh, it's terrible.
Yeah, and I mean, you're certainly not remaining anonymous at the moment. You're about to go on tour in this, My Valentine, and you're talking about manners and all sorts of other things as well, starting in Chichester?
Yes, we start in Chichester on Saturday night.
And what's the kind of the flavour of the show?
Do you know what? My ambition for the show, it's a 2-hour show, is that the audience feels better when they leave than they did when they arrive. I have to tell you, we laugh a lot, there's music, silly, both Emma and I are in our anecdotage now, aren't we? We tell anecdotes, there's jokes and silliness and prizes and all sorts of things, and it's just a chance for me to... I spend a lot of time on the radio and like yourselves on television and so on, a chance to actually get out there and do the live thing, and well, it's where Emma and I started, and it's a nice thing. It's a nice thing to go out and flex that muscle again.
Well, speaking of which, we found this lovely picture of you both. Here you are.
Do you remember it? And if you do... Oh, have we got it? Is it there?
Is it coming?
There it is.
Oh, there it is.
Do you remember this?
Oh, my word.
That's
Don't we...
Woman's Hour.
That's right, Woman's Hour.
What are we doing?
I don't know, but my
sort of
collar up doesn't look good, does it?
The League of Dangerous Women. You wore your collars up a lot then, darling.
Yes.
Oh, well, it was
I look like Himmler.
And the brilliant Jan Raven. I thought that at the time.
Well,
we did the first only, probably the first ever and probably only
all-female review.
That's right.
We did 1980.
And you were reviewed for it. And we do have that as well.
Shall we see what the male reviewer said? Well, it did say that both of you set out to prove that women can not only be funny, but also write funny material.
Well, we're glad you cleared that up, aren't we?
Yeah.
And here's a bit, Sandy, you might like particularly. Sandy Toksvig was a little too much mock Alan Wicker all the way through.
I mean, what an extraordinary comment.
I haven't changed.
Alan Wicker?
Do you think it was the moustache I wore on the radio?
Could have been.
It obviously hasn't scarred you. You don't remember it?
No, I don't remember it at all, but never read your reviews, good or bad.
No, absolutely.
We were actually, what I can tell you is we were the only review ever to make money at Cambridge. We did...
we came back. We did it twice.
Yeah.
I was bald the second time.
She was
we did
bald
it.
the second time. It was challenging,
Why?
frankly.
Hang on. You were bald?
Yes.
Oh.
No, she was fine. She wasn't unwell.
No. I shaved my head.
Yeah.
I took a little too much, possibly, to drink.
Sherry.
One night.
Sherry.
It's very rare. My flatmates had a commensurate amount, unwisely, and they said, "Oh, Em, you look just like Nefertiti with no hair." At which point they decided to pin me down, shave my head.
Yeah. Nice.
So
nice housemate.
She turned up first night bald.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's fine. We worked it into the script.
Yeah.
Well, you won't be bald on your first night, Sandy. Your tour, My Valentine, starts on the 5th of October in Chichester, not Alan Wicker at all.
Thank you.
And it runs all the way until the 24th of November.
Travel connection there, though, being on tour in Alan Wicker. Anyway, like it or not, autumn is here and the leaves on the trees are changing colour all over Britain.
Yes, but as Mike Dilger discovers, one tree's leaves have been turning brown for a very different reason. The blue tits are the heroes of the piece, and your husband, Emma, will be pleased because we hear he's a bit of a fan of the old conkers.
Constantly passing conkers and lamenting, lying down on the ground, lamenting the death of conker games and the things that he did when he was young, and we all just walk past and pretend we don't know him. But he's going, "Look at the conker, look, the conker! We used to use these were our games, and now we're all on Twitter."
Well,
Twitter, conker,
he's got
Twitter.
the point, isn't he? Matt's got just the right people though over there to give him a few good tips. Matt.
Oh, yeah. Emma, your husband's going to love our next guest. Nobody knows more about conkers than this gentleman. He is the current world conker champion. It's Ray Kellogg, and he's going to be defending his crown later this month against lots of hopefuls, including former ladies champion Jane Coddington. Welcome to you both. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you. So obviously, I mean, were you both playing conkers in the schoolyards as young children? And you've played every year since, Ray?
No.
Ah.
No.
When did you find this love again, then?
2008.
Right, OK.
When I actually won the championship.
You won the World Championships in your first attempt? How is that possible?
It's quite clever, really. It's all about how you hit them and where you hit them and all that.
Right, and obviously selecting the conker itself.
Yeah, when you select a conker, you get a string. You just select a string.
Oh.
Then you get a choice.
Oh, so you don't pick it off the ground, then?
No.
You, the referee hands you a sack,
Right.
and you draw a conker. You look at it. If you're happy with it, you play with it.
And this that you've got in your hand here is the
This
winner.
one,
Oh, this one,
is
I'm
the
sorry.
2005 winning conker, and
Wow.
it's just got a slight crack.
Yeah, just and how many competitions do you have to go through with that very?
Six.
conker?
Oh
Six?
no, you get a new conker each round.
Okay.
But that was the winning conker in the final.
Right. Oh, you knew. This is all news to me. This it's complicated.
I know.
Come on then, Ray. Give us
Come
a
and hit
World
it.
Championship smack here. Here we go. Oh, that's a stinger.
All right.
It really is. That was, yeah, it got me on the knuckle. Let me have a quick go on there. And there's, I mean, you've got it's all about length of string. Oh, I missed it. That's terrible.
Want to do it again?
And you show me, because Jane, because you are hopefully going to beat Ray, because this year men and women compete together.
For the first time since 1965, when the championships in.
Oh, you need to get your eye in. Come on, another go.
sorry.
Listen, you can see, carry on, you can see Jane and Ray battle it out at the World Conker Championships on the 13th of October in Stoddard in Northamptonshire. A snag there, you get 3 of them, you're out. I learned that earlier. Go on, Al.
That's it. We've now lost Matt to the world of conkers. So earlier in the show, we asked you whether you think we should ban beauty pageants for children. And just to reiterate, this isn't scientific in any shape or form. So should we ban beauty pageants for under 16s? Do you have the results?
I do. There's a lot of cheering going on. Jane's just got another snag. But anyway, here we go. So, should we ban beauty pageants for under 16s? Yes, 82%.
Wow.
No, 18%. But I mean, well, there's still 18% believe that they should go ahead.
And we've had lots,
emails.
lots and lots of emails have come in. Gabrielle in Glasgow says, my 7-year-old daughter does Irish dancing, and for this she wears fake tan, a wig and a full face of makeup. I was against it at the beginning, but she was adamant and she loves dancing. This is happening all over the country in lots of different sports and hobbies.
Right. Oh, Nick Warren says, having worked with primary age children for 40 years, 25 years ahead, I can say that with personal conviction that beauty competitions and the like cause confusion and huge problems for these children growing up. They are not bonsai adults.
This is a lovely one, actually, from Amelia in Cardiff. She says, my 4-year-old is currently crawling about the floor pretending to be a talking cat called Frankhurst, whose favourite food is fish from the pond. This is what children should be doing, not being plastered in makeup and put in skimpy outfits.
Yeah, OK, well, it'll be interesting to see what happens with French, whether or not we follow suit, but there we are. Anyway, thank you both very much for your company this evening.
Yes.
Thanks, of course, to all of the one-show mums for coming in. Especially ours.
Yes.
Thanks to my mum for journeying down from Wales.
They all look so nice, don't they?
I just said thanks to my mum for journeying down from Wales.
You're not from Wales?
No, I'm from Durham.
Yes.
How weird. Anyway.
The Christmas Tale of Peter Rabbit is out tomorrow, and Sandi's tour, My Valentine, starts in Chichester on the 5th of October.
On tomorrow night's show, we're going to be joined by Felicity Kendall and Simon Callow. See you at 7.
Yeah.
Good night. Thanks again for lovely.
Love you.